Hello everyone. Today we'll learn how to do a simple solving linear equation, kind of like a calculator in Python Jupyter Notebook. So let's make the simple linear equation solver. So we'll start with the definition. Solve linear equation. So I'm going to name it solve lin eq, and we'll have two parameters, and b and b, and then oh, my bad. So we'll have two parameters, a and b, and then we're going to put some conditions first. So remember, when we're solving a linear equation, we're solving linear equation off the form. So let's see, of the form ax plus b equals 0. So that would be the form that we are going to solve. So we're going to consider what happens when a is equal to 0. So if condition, if a is equal to 0, then our goal is to also think about what happens if b is also equal to 0. So if b is also equal to 0, then what happens? So a and b equals to 0, then no matter what you put in for x, this whole thing on the left hand side would also be 0. So which means x can be anything, so you can have infinitely many solutions. So for this, we can written infinite, sorry, right here, infinite solutions. And then let's do a different condition here. So if we have an else, like if it's not 0, then we can return no solution. And then when you don't have any of those, then we can actually solve the equation, right? So to solve the equation ax plus b is equal to 0, you just have to subtract the b on both sides. So that would be negative b, and then you divide by a, which is x is equal to negative b over a. So when that happens, we would have x is equal to negative b divided by a. And so for that, we're going to return x. Okay, so that's our function there. And now what we're gonna do is let's build some the prompt for the user. Sorry, we'll build some prompt for the user to input for the coefficients a and b, and then so let's just call it a example usage. Okay, and so let's say you have a coefficient, so I'm just going to write coef here is equal to float. So we want it to be float, because when they put in, it would the script would think if in terms of string, but we want to convert it to float. So let's say enter the coefficient of x. Okay, and then we are going to put in for b. So b is going to be the constant in this term. So let's just write it const is equal to float, and we're going to input let's say enter the constant term. Okay, and then so these are the two things that users are going to put in, sorry, input, and then we'll have our solution, okay, which is equal to, so we take our function that we built, so solve lin eq And then we're going to take our coefficients. So we're going to take a coef, and then we're going to take our constant. Okay, and then once you put those in, it's going to put those two coefficients through the function, and then we can print our solution. So let's print our solution, and in this case you have to let the print function know that it's printing the actual solution that we just built up here. Okay, so now we can go ahead and run this. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it and try a simple example. So let's run the script, and so let's just solve a simple linear equation. So let's say we're solving a linear equation, 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So in that case, your coefficient of x would be 2, and the constant term would be negative 4. And so in this case, so if you have 2x minus 4 is equal to 0, then you're going to add 4 to both sides, and you're going to divide by 2, which will give you 2. So once I enter this, I should get the solution of 2. Let's see if it does that. Yep, it does that. Okay, so thank you for watching, and this is just solving a basic quick linear equation in Python. Feel free to modify and use this code for your own equations. Yeah, again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Python tutorials.